Usually have music dancing. Hey everybody, let's talk about it with Minnie Foxx. What's going on today? This is a special opportunity where we are making connection with Mr. George Bell himself, the tallest man in the United States of good old America. We're talking about 7'8" and then some. Hey George.
Hello, how you doing, Minnie?
How's it going?
Fantastic, going great.
Fantastic, going great.
Going great.
Woohoo! I wanted you to come on the show today and talk about your community awareness, what you're doing for our young people out there, and how what it is you're doing is changing how our young people view themselves and making them take note of just how important they are in the world.
Sure, but before we start, I got a special gift for you.
You got a gift for me?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes, I do.
okay. I got a gift, y'all. Got a gift.
And as you know, our campaign is Stand Tall Against Bullying.
Oh,
I brought you a
nice.
special hat.
Is this your height? That's your height right there, isn't it?
No, that's the
No?
hat size.
That's the hat size?
That's the
Okay,
hat
we're going to pull this so y'all can see how big my head is. All right.
And also a t-shirt.
All right. Okay. Let me get my baseball cap on.
Oh,
Bam. You know, a
perfect.
diva girl wear hers cocked to the side just a little bit.
Oh, sicky now.
Yeah, look at there, y'all. Look at there. Stand tall for bullying, Mr. George Bell. Stand tall for bullying, changing the world, rocking it, making young people feel simply amazing and enjoying themselves.
And your t-shirt.
Look at there.
Your special
Oh, is that, what's that? Oh, that's the price thing up there.
Yeah.
I got a t-shirt.
And a t-shirt to go with it. Yes.
Oh, let me show. Bam! Y'all know a girl gonna be strutting this, and this is a small
And
too.
like you say, the Raiders colors.
The Raiders colors, go Raiders here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We're talking about stand tall for bullying. I want y'all to be able to really see that. So I'm gonna get a little closer to the camera. Stand tall for bullying. Ooh. And then we got two cameras going, so we're gonna put it over here too. Stand tall for bullying. Jeez, the Kodak moment. Look at that, George. Look at that. Lean in the camera a little bit. We're going to get our Kodak moment.
All right.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Stand tall for bullying.
Yes.
So, how did you come up with the name Stand Tall for Bullying, and what does that mean to you?
Well, the thing got started, believe it or not, about 6 or 7 years ago before I left Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the early evening news one day, and one of the stories on the news was about this young teenage girl in high school. She was about a junior or a senior. Mm-hmm. And she was a good academic student and athlete. I think she played volleyball or basketball. But she was being cyberbullied so badly to the point that she took her life.
Cyberbullying.
Yes, and that story hit me so hard to the point that I felt like, what can I do to try to reach out to our young people to teach them, or to educate them to stop being a bully and be a friend.
Right.
And also support the ones who are being bullied, because those ones who suffer the most by losing their self-esteem and, they do bad in school and so forth and so on, and, it leads them to do bad things to themselves.
Okay.
And not just the kids to be educated on about bullying, it's also the parents to look for the signs of the child who might be going through a stage of being bullied.
And what would you say the signs are?
Well, some signs are the kids' behavior. They're becoming more isolated to themselves, or they become more quiet or behaving probably at home. They're giving certain things away. And their grades have dropped. So those are signs that some parents need to observe about their child. Not sure they're being bullied, but it's the point. Is to help them to keep their self-esteem to strive forward. And if they are being bullied, that's exactly what takes place.
So you're saying like withdrawing from
the family,
society,
friends,
from the family, the friends, teachers?
Yeah, teachers.
Okay.
Their grades drop. They don't want to go to school much, and because they're afraid to face that peer or peers who be bullying them in school. And, and also bullying does not only take place in the school, it's also at home, and within the environment and the community as well, too. So you'd be amazed how many kids also get a little stage of bullying from home. you know, from their siblings or from their guardians and for their parents.
What is your goal for this campaign, Stand Tall for Bullying? What do you see the future? What is it?
Well, my goal is just the fact that to get this matter more acknowledged, so parents can be a little more aware of their children who might be going through this. You know, because most parents, like especially a single parent, you know, she's working and she got work 1 or 2 jobs, and so forth and so on. She don't really acknowledge what her child might be going through, and that comes from the fact of not sitting down and talking to the kid and find out how their day was.
Oh, I see.
You
Okay.
see. Yeah, and then on top of that, it's helping those ones who are being bullied because they lose their self-esteem, they lose their credibility to be the best they could be, because then all of a sudden they didn't feel like they have no way to turn to get help or how to get help, and they try to solve the problem themselves, but their decision is deadly in most cases.
So you're saying communication with parents, communications with friends and family will allow these young people to kind of express themselves more.
Yes.
But what if they're being raised by other family members and there is no mom and dad? What would you suggest that they do?
Well, you know, it's just that no matter who's the guardian at the moment, you know, it's just got to be more involved for the kids' lives, just to sit down and talk to them. Ask them, how was your day? How was school? How was this? You know, how's your life with your peers? I mean, you'd be amazed how many kids will open up. But if you never do that with the children can't come forth to you and say, I got a problem.
Right. They're not going to want to.
They don't want to, right.
They're
And
solely
some
not
parents
gonna want
sometimes give the kids the wrong advice to go back and face this problem.
Exactly.
You know?
Facing the problem is not always a bad thing. Is how do you face the problem,
Right.
and how do you constructively make it work to your benefit when you are faced with that particular type of issue
That's
with
the key.
bullying.
Yes.
Yes.
But these kids got to get that knowledge from the adults on how they can deal with it.
And what
That
if
go
you
with
don't
it.
have an adult to get knowledge from?
Well, that's what I tell the kids now. You know, it's not just your parents or your guardian or your grandparents at home, your uncle, or whomever. You got your teachers you can reach out to. Just you know, even the janitors of the school, anybody
Yes.
who's adult wise that you're around 6 hours a day of that nature, you can just reach out to them and say, hey, I got a problem. Can we talk?
And you would think right now the school teachers, you know, although everything's kind of computer right now, and we're getting back to the basics of things, teachers spend more time with our kids than we actually do.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes a difference when you have a teacher that cares, that can listen and hear, other than giving you the lesson every day. You teachers out there, you're spending more time with the families.
Well, see, that's how I feel truthfully that these kids who be around a teacher so many months a year, 6 hours a day, they should feel that comfortable to go to their teacher or teachers or the principal, whomever, and say, I got a problem. Okay, they should, but the school system don't teach teachers to reach out to children that way. Like I say, just teach what the lesson is, and that's it.
And that's because some of the teachers are kind of caught up in A, B, C.
And some of them want to step too far.
2, 3.
Yes.
They don't get involved in the you and me anymore. They don't try and make it happen. They
Right.
kind of get it there.
They look at it's not my job. You know, I'm not getting paid to do this.
Yes,
You know,
totally
so-
different, right?
Yes, and so that's why these kids feel like all these adults I'm around every day, but I can't turn to nobody for help. You see, so they keep us all bottled up inside, and God forbid one day you have to find out that this child attempted suicide or completed it.
Interesting. And right now in Las Vegas, they have a campaign going that the 100 black men and the 100 black women are campaigning right now about young people and issues and young people having an opportunity to convey what they feel and some mental health issues. It's a symposium that they're doing that's coming up here in Vegas real soon. So hopefully those of you who are out there watching, you have love for the kids and love for family. You get out there and you kind of make it happen and show the kids that you care.
Show that you can.
Yes.
That's it.
So George, we're going to take a moment and have a toast. We got some sparkling water here.
Yes, we do.
Voss water. I love Voss water with a little lime in it. There we go. excuse me, a little different from before because we're talking about kids, so we can't have others.
Gotta be water.
For those of you who are just checking in, we are Let's Talk About It with Minnie Foxx, and my special guest today is the phenomenal George Bell with his community outreach, Stand Tall Against Bullying. And the reason why you can stand tall because you are tall. George,
tall.
you want to tell everybody how tall you are?
I stand 7 feet and 8 inches tall.
7 feet 8. And before the show is over, we're going to let everybody see how tall you are over me.
Sure, of course.
Yes. So, I am loving my little hat here. You know how to remove the little price tag and everything. Cock it to the side. Mm-hmm. Again, those of you that just checking in, we talking about Stand Tall Against Bullying with Mr. George Bell. What happened to you when you were a young person? Were you discriminated against? Mm-hmm. Were the kids picking on you? I was a victim of bullying in the 6th grade. And when I finally faced that young lady and found within myself to actually fight back in those days, you know, I felt like I was fighting for my life because I guess I was. She followed me home and everything. But my mother was like, look, you fighting today because I was a fraidy cat. I used to run home from school. I'd run home from the gym. I'd tell the principal, let me out of school early. Anything I could do to avoid seeing that bully is what I did. So, yeah. So, Priscilla, her name was Priscilla.
Yes. And we all experienced that level of time in our young years of schooling, you know. But I myself, I never was bullied, you know, and I guess I was a very friendly guy, and everybody wanted to be my friend.
Were you a bully, though, George? Did you
but
bully somebody?
I am ashamed to say, one term in my life, I was a bully.
Oh, my.
A few short time, and but you know, but I was able to wise up as a young man to say that this is not right. And,
yes.
You know, and I didn't want to do that anymore, and I stopped. You know,
yes.
And
at some point you get it, you figure it out, and you stop and you go, okay, right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna make it a little different. And,
right.
You know, it's all in when you figure out who you are, young people. When you figure out who you are, then you're able to absorb the good things that are coming for you that's going to make you a phenomenal person, so that as you're growing and getting used to life, you run across the people like Mr. Bell here that's going to give you that other side that you need to grow up and to be fulfilled. You know?
Yes, they need that boost. They need that support.
Yes.
So I'm in
Can we
corner.
do a challenge, George?
Sure.
Yeah?
What do you stand up?
We're going to look at our cameras, and we are going to look at this one first, and we're going to squeeze in here.
Oh, boy,
we're going to get our Kodak moment. We challenge all of you adults out there to find a young person, love a young person, inspire, motivate, and educate them to greatness. It doesn't matter if you are already a mother, a father, an aunt, a cousin, a niece, an uncle. You find somebody that need you. Trust me, all you got to do is stand still long enough, they will find you. George and I challenge you to do that, to say it, to believe it, to understand it, and to make it happen. Because by your grace, when you give that opportunity to someone, you can do this. Now look how big Mr. George's hands. George, hold your hands, George. Woo! And how long are your fingers?
Oh, no.
You don't know?
Never. I just put wrist to tip my finger about 11 inches.
Yeah, because my mama's size 6 in my hands. So look at this. Woohoo! Now my palm is here to your palm. There we go. Look at that. And I'm cheating because I got nails.
Yeah.
And I'm cheating over here because I got fingernails. Yeah? And your hands are so long. But when you can lock fingers with someone out of love, appreciation, and strength, what are you going to do? Do you join the journey with that person to become amazing in your own life for your own self? Yes. And what I'm asking you to do today is to join Mr. George Bell, the tallest man in the United States of America. Woo! I almost held that as long as you are tall, George. But join you in your quest to inspire, motivate, educate young people to stand tall for bullying. And if there is something that's bothering you, if somebody said something to you out of the way, if you didn't feel good in here, no matter what it was, the physical or the verbal, tell somebody.
Yes.
Tell
Tell
somebody.
somebody.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. George, where can we get these phenomenal hats and baseball caps and T-shirts? Where can we get these?
Well, I'm working on getting a good supply of those to the point that anybody who wish to have one, but right now, I just get it, to a T-shirt shop and got it printed up for you specially.
Oh,
Yes.
that feels so special.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that wonderful? Now, when you are walking, wherever it is you're going, the kids gravitate to you so phenomenally well.
Oh, yeah.
You don't even have to say anything. You're just walking by, and the kids are like, "Oh, Mom, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?"
All the time.
And you are so gracious.
And I just the way I am, and I think about it too. I also got a good piece of advice from another celebrity some years ago.
Okay.
This person was I forget his name. Donny Osmond, in fact, that's who it was, Donny Osmond. And I asked him a question: what did he do to? No, I asked him what kind of advice he could give me about being a celebrity. He said, always please your fans.
Donny Osmond told you that.
Donny Osmond told me that. Right here,
Wow.
in fact, right here in Vegas.
Get out. I hated they closed the show. Donny and Marie Osmond, they'd been here over 30 years doing the Donny and Marie Osmond
I
show.
thought they was coming back.
Yes, I don't know. But they closed down way before COVID had happened.
Right.
But my memory of them as a little girl was to get to see them sing and dance and perform. They had so many brothers and sisters, everybody on stage having fun. Them and the Jacksons and the Osmonds, everybody. The Silvers had their family. Everybody was doing pretty good. What do you think music does to inspire young people?
It depends on the music and the story and the lyrics.
Okay.
Okay, as you know, I hate to say it, but I can't hold it.
Okay.
Rap does not help kids today.
Rap doesn't help kids today.
No,
is it the particular type of rap?
Well, the rap that we've been hearing since rap came out beyond the Sugar Hill Gang time. Okay?
Okay.
I'm talking about this.
Not Tupac type of rap.
Well, he's in that era, but he was more better than
because he talked
Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and all those kind of guys.
You talking about the rap that said
the ghetto rap
and when they said, "Oh, sugar pants and the flowers in the pants and the pants zip up the flowers and the flowers came," and then those raps where you trying to figure out what in the world are they talking about.
But those ones you mentioned that you cannot quite understand what they're saying.
Yes.
But also the ones you do understand what they're saying, but their storyline is super negative.
Yes. Yes. Can you rap a little bit?
No. I can wrap a sandwich.
Do you wrap it with aluminum foil? Do you use what you use when you?
No, throw it out. We use wax paper. We use wax paper.
Oh my goodness, George.
Yes.
Speaking of wrapping things, what does a man of your stature love to eat?
Well, I love a good food. Okay, I'm not a person who likes to experience a lot of different cultures of food. But I love what I was brought up eating. I love the soul food. And
soul
food?
Soul food like collard greens.
Oh, yes.
Yams, hot water cornbread.
Yes.
Jiffy mix.
Yes.
Catfish.
All
fried
that.
chicken.
Neck bones,
pork chops.
yes.
Neck bones.
We
didn't say anything about chillings.
No,
I haven't had chillings in a long time. I was probably 2 years old last time I had chilling. But I don't mind bacon once in a while.
Same here.
Once in a while, bacon. A little bacon with the pancake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat bacon much at all either, but that's when I eat it, I eat like pancakes or something.
Do you feel it's important that our young people have good nutrition, that they should be eating well?
I do.
Okay.
Over the time, it has taught us all on good nutrition, and I think they need to have that in their life.
Okay.
Okay, because we Black Americans have one bad issue for the way we grew up eating is hypertension, high blood pressure.
Yes, high blood pressure.
It doesn't come from the type of foods we had to eat a lot of.
You got to balance that.
Yeah.
You got to balance it with some salads and fruits and vegetables.
And also not eat it as too much. You can have bacon or whatever. It's just how often you have bacon.
How often you have bacon.
Yeah, you have bacon about once every month. That's not going to hurt you.
Like I heard you.
But you eat bacon almost every day. It's a different story.
Different story. And you gotta switch over to some of that turkey bacon. Save a little turkey bacon, you know. It's a whole nother flavor, another feel, but you still fulfilling that bacon, you know. George, tell us 3 places that you've been where you've had an opportunity to expose your wonderful outreach, stand tall against bullying, and we know you were well received wherever you went, but just giving you an opportunity to talk about some of the cities and the kids that you've seen so far.
Well, basically all that took place in America, there. I say in some of the schools in the South, you know, like in Virginia, North Carolina, and so forth. And really was in southern states before I moved out here. And, you know, so that when it all began, and that's why I had it going pretty decent, you know, before I moved here. And then I got here, you know, it was pretty difficult to get to the schools because the schools were controlled by the school board. They dictate what
Gotta
could be.
Go through them.
Yeah. And then the pandemic came, so it kind of slowed everything down a lot more. But I'd say that the schools back home in the southern part of the country, like I say from Virginia around down to Texas, whatever, yeah, it was pretty simple to just reach out to the kids.
Okay. So you were on a journey, a quest to bring a difference. We don't say make a change or start over or do that. We tell you to adjust.
Yes.
And join the journey to make a difference.
Make a difference.
This way it's softer for you. You absorb it and you get a little more involved in it, and that makes it a little better for everybody. Yes?
It does.
So, those of you that just chimed in, we are Let's Talk About It with Minnie Foxx. We're having some fun here today with Mr. George Bell of Stand Tall Against Bullying. I got my hat, I got my baseball cap. We got started. I'm in the new, you know I got to put some bling on there, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I got to put a little bit of bling, just a little bling on top. Yeah, on the bib. That'll make it fun. But, George, can you tell us if a person is interested, and those of you that are watching, feel free to reach out to Mr. Bell. In the comments, you'll find his information. But we're going to have you to say it anyway.
Yes, okay. Well, you know, if anybody who's observing this show wish to reach out to myself to appear or to come talk to kids, even just online on a Zoom or whatever it may be, you know, contact me directly on Facebook, George Bell, you know, on Facebook, you know, and I got also Instagram, George Bell 78 on Instagram. You can also contact me by Gmail. All those who wish to write it down is georgebell26@gmail.com.
Okay, you cheated. George Bell 26 should be George Bell 78@gmail. Then get it all mixed up.
So I didn't think about it.
So we gotta make you a new email address, and the new email address is coming. It's gonna be George Bell 78.
Yes.
Instagram George Bell 78. We're gonna keep that going, so that'll be easy for everybody. Part of your branding.
I had no knowledge on how to do that, so I couldn't change it.
So if you get confused, all you do is go to Let's Talk About It Fox@gmail.com. Yeah. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe. Send us your stories. Let us know what you thought of Mr. George Bell. And if you are a manager, an agent that's watching, someone of influence, please contact Mr. Bell. We are trying to get the word out. Stand tall for bullying. Why do we do what we do? In the amazement of what we do, because we do those things for you. Right? George?
Yes.
We're going to flip the script just a little bit, because I'd like this new audience to know some more about you as the person of who you are. And tell us, when you were about 15, what was George Bell like?
Well, I was a high school student, and I was a typical guy who had a wonderful life with my peers, and you know, and just being an obedient kid, you know. So I was not very tall then, around about 6'4" or so, and but it was just the fact that my kid was like everyone else was growing up. You know, school, playing sports, you know, hang out with your peers, and, you know, and obeying your parents, your grandparents, obeying seniors at all times.
Yes.
You know, so
obey.
And that's basically what I grew up as. You know, so.
And you know, Tremaine Hawkins had a beautiful song that she wrote. You all can look it up on YouTube. It's called Trust and Obey.
Mm-hmm.
Trust and Obey. And it's a beautiful gospel song that she wrote. And it has everything, all the components in it. And when you listen to it, you think about those wonderful grandparents that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't have real grandparents, then you had somebody that was like a grandparent to you. So it means the same thing.
Right.
Yes. What's next for this 7'8" standing tall against bullying? What's next for you?
But right now, since the pandemic is almost heading to be closed, I want to get this back in action, full staff, full stage, and just go at it. You know, just reach out. What I had in mind to do from the beginning, just reach out to kids and the parents. Just try to teach them and educate them about bullying. You know, and help the ones who are going through it, so they won't lose their self-esteem and confidence in themselves.
Okay. And what do you need to do that? What do you need that you don't have right now?
Well, everything I'm doing myself. So basically, I reach out to schools myself.
Okay.
I present what I have, I display what I have, and I discuss what I'm talking about. And they like what I'm saying, they like what I'm doing, and what I have to offer. They'll pencil me in, open month and open date, and boom. So I'm hoping that what I'm doing as well too. I'll get some nice sponsors as well too. Help cover this.
Sponsors?
Yes.
Sponsors have never hurt nobody, you guys. We're talking Coca-Cola,
Yes.
Starbucks, Walmart, all the big companies out there.
Yes. Who
You know
don't
what I'm
mind
saying?
supporting the
Don't
cause
mind
of
supporting.
helping children?
Hey, milk does a body good. Right?
Oh,
They need to pitch in too. We talking about some milk, some Cheerios, some Kellogg's,
Oh, yes.
you know. Contact George Bell. Let him know how you feeling. If you have a young person that's being a little different, a little closed in, there might be something wrong. Or maybe they're acting out.
Yes.
Saying some things they shouldn't be saying. Maybe something's wrong. Spend the time to take the time to get involved with your young person, because you never know what's going on or what they're going through. And it's not the teacher's job to raise your child. It's the teacher's job part-time to educate part-time to educate your child, so that whatever it is you add to it is going to make that young person simply amazing.
It does.
Okay. So George, what I want to do is I'm going to stand up because I want everybody to see exactly how tall you are over me. Now today I don't have on my super tall heels, but I do have on some tall heels. And being 5'8" and these particular heels, it makes me about, I don't know, maybe about 5'10". So I'm going to pick up my camera. I'm going to come over into the light. I'm going to step forward and have you to stand up back there. And the taller, there he is. Where I'm at, y'all. Where I'm at, y'all. Where I'm at. There I am.
There you are down there.
See me? The George is way back there. So, yes, he's way back there. Now, you see, I come right here, right at his chest, and we stand tall for bullying, allowing you to believe and to understand that when you reach out and let someone know what it is you are doing, it's empowerment, exceptional empowerment to be able to make sure that life's presence of things is amazing for you. Now, I'm going to step away for just a second, and that's George's head up here. George got a nice head. That's my arm fully extended, touching George's head, and it's way up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then here I get my big bear hug from George, again, right at the chest. We love the opportunities that life has to present us, and when we stretch out our arms,
Yes.
we allow those to be able to have community, unity, and protection for all the things that we want our children to grow up and be and do. George, you are a sharp dresser. You always have been. Who's your tailor? Who's the tailor?
The tailor back in the state of Virginia. He does a lot of my clothes, and also there's a few other tailor shops locally
Yeah,
as well too.
I'm going to just show you all the way down, because you're always amazingly dressed sharp from head to toe. George, how does a man of your stature, how do you sit?
I sit down very gracefully.
Gracefully?
Yeah.
Okay, show us what gracefully looks like. Easing on down, back to where we started. Now, what's pretty cool is that I can stand here, and now I'm almost as tall as George,
Even
just
George,
standing,
yeah.
right? That is amazing. George, is something you want to say to the young people before we sign out?
Yes, I'd like to say to all you young folks who are going through what we just discussed it, please reach out and talk to someone. Okay, your mom, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, whomever. Just reach out to someone, and do not hold this within and try to solve it yourself.
Don't try to solve it yourself.
Right.
That's pretty amazing. Now we have 2 cameras going. We got my camera and George's camera over there. So we're going to lead in for the Kodak moment on mine.
Ooh, it's funny here. Okay.
Say hey. Oh. Hey, is the makeup my eyes black? Don't nobody care about none of that today. It's a beautiful day.
Oh,
We're going to mosey over to your camera and say, hey, hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey. How's it going,
Hello,
you guys? What's up? What's up? So that beautiful baseball cap that you gave me is simply amazing. I'm going to put that on. So as we're signing out, I got my baseball cap on. I got it cocked to the side because, that's how we do it. We cock the hats to the side like that, right?
That's how we do
Yes.
it.
George?
Yes.
We just have a little something to give you. It's a little tiny thing. It's about as long as your finger almost. But we want you to know that we appreciate and we love you. And you're the first one to receive the Let's Talk About It little award that we put together.
Cool.
And in doing so, here it is.
My Oscar.
Your Oscar. So George is like, hey, lean in.
All right.
George got an Oscar. Hey, there you go over there. I like your camera. I need to get me another camera. Because your camera is slamming over here. It's kind of cool. Okay, y'all, I got a little Amazon camera. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, Samsung.
We got a speech you want to give us?
Yes, I just say, I thank you for the award, and I thank you for the invite on your show. And I also am grateful that you people who are watching, you take heed of what we just stated and said, and take it to heart, and reach out to a child who's having a problem, and teach that child who's the bully to be a friend and not to be a bully.
Yes, to be a friend and not to be a bully. Yes. And you heard it here on Let's Talk About It with Minnie Foxx, where we're talking with Mr. George Bell. We are baseball cap, letting you know the inspiration and motivation of what's going on with Mr. George Bell. And then I got the T-shirt.
All right.
Hey, stand tall for bullying, y'all. Stand tall for bullying.
Yes.
See? We pause for that moment just so the young people can understand that we love you, we appreciate you, and we want you to do great things. They always say education is the key to success. It is. But it's also those people who love you, whether they are your true family or not. Sometimes it is that teacher or that person that's in your life that's helping raise somebody else. And you never know how that comes into your life. Whoever they are, take a moment. Don't just wait for the holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all the holidays to tell somebody that you love them, you care for them, you appreciate them, you respect them, and you are grateful and thankful.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I agree.
All day long. So that has been our show. Once again, we are Let's Talk About It with Minnie Foxx. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe. Write the show, Let's Talk About It, Fox at gmail.com. Tell us what you thought of Mr. George Bell today, how you may want to book him for your special event. Hey, he may even talk to your young person. Let us know. We appreciate you taking time out to check us out. And don't forget, George Bell, Instagram, 78. George Bell, Facebook, right?
Yes.
And coming soon, GeorgeBell78 at Gmail. Until then, you can reach out to us and we'll connect you with Mr. George Bell. That's been our show today. We're going to lean in for our Kodak moment to say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Much love, everybody. Take care, and thank you again for watching. And we're also going to say goodbye to your people over there. Bingo.
right.
Bye, everybody. Take it easy.